Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here for Vlogmas Day 13. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another writing focused video. I'm going to be doing the AUTHORTUBE Newbie tag. As you guys might know, if you've seen my video from a few days ago, I recently started a new series where I'm going to be talking primarily about my writing process, my writing journey. So I figured I officially introduce myself to AUTHORTUBE by doing this tag, kind of talk more about my writing, though if you guys would like more details, that video will be linked in the cards. But I think this would be a really fun video to do, and I will leave the original creators channel and video down below if you guys are interested in doing it yourselves. But yeah, let's get started with the tag. Number one, diving into questions is, how did you find out about AUTHORTUBE? I found out about AUTHORTUBE through BookTube itself. I know a lot of booktubers who have actually written and published books over the years and now are kind of part of the AUTHORTUBE community as well. And I'll link some of them down below if anybody is interested. But yeah, that is basically how I found out about AUTHORTUBE, was through BookTube. Two is, what genres do you write in? And primarily I write fantasy, but I do have another romance novel in the works in the back of my mind. Specific fantasy genres, I would say one of the manuscripts I'm currently working on is a YA fantasy, and the other one is an adult high fantasy romance. Number three is, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? For writing tense, I tend to write in the present or past tense depending on what manuscript I'm working on. Point of view, I would say I either write third person or first person. Again, it kind of varies depending on the story I'm writing. For category of story would probably be, like I said, I have two different manuscripts that are in the works. One's adult, one's YA, but I feel like adult is the one I tend to lean more towards, just because that's what I tend to read on my own. Number four is, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? Me, the first time I ever attempted writing a novel, my YA fantasy novel I'm currently in the middle of, I was a pantser. I did during NaNoWriMo, but I had no concrete outline ahead of time. So I was just kind of spurting off words at the top of my head. I didn't have a plan. But with my current manuscript, my adult fantasy, I am going to be doing a full-on outline, and that is something I will dive deeper into in a future video. Five is, are you a self-published, published, or yet-to-be-published author? I am still in the writing process, so I guess you could call me a yet-to-be-published author, but hopefully one day I will be a published author. Six is, what publishing company, literary agent, or printing company would you want to use, or do you currently use? Yeah, I have thought deeply about what publishers I would really like to work with, and I think the top three right now would be Macmillan/Tor, Penguin Random House, and also HarperCollins. Those are my three. Those are just, most of my favorite books of all time tend to lead in one of those three publishing companies, so I think those would be my top three to work with eventually. So I've actually, before I even thought about like getting any work out there into the world, I have actually made writing vlogs before. I made ones during National Writing Month or NaNoWriMo back in 2018. I want to say that was when I was working on my YA manuscript, and I vlogged the whole journey. So it's all on there. I will leave links to them down below if you guys are interested. So I'm hoping to do future videos like that here in 2025. Find those here in the coming future. Also, I am going to be, like I said earlier in the video, I started a brand new series here on the channel where I talk about my overall writing journey. So I'll have the vlogs to talk about them, but I also want to, where I'll be going more in depth with the vlogs about where I am in the process. But the writing update series is just going to be like a casual sit down video, just kind of like this, where I tell you in brief detail where I am. I'm going to be giving bookish content about what my book's about just yet. Maybe when I get a little bit further down the line, especially when I'm done with the manuscripts, I think I'll start getting into more details about what the books are about. But those will be some content you will be able to find here soon, and I have a few other things in the works I'm finalizing details on. Number 8 is, when did you start writing? I've always been a writer. I have been a creative writer, like head first, in the past, I would say 5 to 6 years, but I've always had a writing passion since I was a kid. I did multiple writing contests at my elementary school when I was a kid, and I always loved it. So I would say, seriously, within 5 or 6 years, I would say, but I've been kind of writing my entire life. Number 9 was, what was the first story you ever wrote? The story I ever wrote for fun was for that writing contest I said in the previous question, and I wrote a story about a trip to Montana I had just taken, and about the horse I got to write about there. And that is what I based that whole story off of. It actually ended up turning into one of my favorite stories I had written at the time. Of course, it's been many years since I wrote the story, so I don't remember all the details, but that was the first story I ever did write. As what authors have inspired your writing the most? Do you schedule your writing sessions or do you just write when you can? I am 100% a just write when I can type of person. Back when I'd done NaNoWriMo in the past, I have scheduled out time every day to write because I wanted to hit that 50,000 word mark. But now that when it's not NaNoWriMo, I just write when I can. Like I said, I don't have all the time on my hands, unfortunately. I would write more if I could, but that is something I hope to change in 2025, but I do write when I can. Which follows, do you use a typewriter, computer, or write by hand, or some sort of blend of all of those? I'm 100% write on the computer. I used to be able to write by hand pretty well, but not so much anymore, but I'm 100% all on the computer now. Number 13, the final question of the tag is, what are you looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? I cannot wait to meet so many new friends here on AuthorTube. I'm really, really excited to get to know other bookish writers like me who write fantasy, who write other genres. Any genre is welcome here. I'm happy to meet anybody and make new bookish friends. And then maybe, you know, one day when I'm able to get advanced readers copies out to people in the world, I can send it off to those bookish friends along with other people who may view this video. So I'm really excited to be a part of this community. I can't wait to dive in further. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already for future Vlogmas content and content just like this. And let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are a part of AuthorTube, of course, welcome again. And let me know what you currently write or what you're in the process of writing right now. I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below if you guys would like to follow me on any of those. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 14. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.